Hey everyone! So I'm sick again today. Whoop-de-doo. But so it was kind of funny because I've been fighting like some flu thing all week, and then last night it was just really bad. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna have to cancel everything for today. So it's one of those things where I felt really nauseous, but then I like wouldn't throw up or anything. So but I just wanted to stream a little bit today because I really am trying to keep contact with this channel at least once a week. That's my goal. Because what I feel like is, if I was doing like really super polished videos every other week would be fine, but I probably won't be doing super polished videos for a while. That might change or whatnot, but I want to keep contact with this channel. And one of the things that I was thinking about was I have so much of my life documented. If you can do that, I really recommend it. I have videos from 3 years ago. And so it's just weird to like see yourself change over time and how much you've grown and everything. It's amazing. Um, but one of the things that I wanted to talk about really quick, and I really don't have a ton of energy, but I wanted to get this thought out there, was just following like when you have like the other day I was like really really depressed, and I was just feeling like I just can't do anything, and like I'm always getting sick, and what's the problem? and um and then today I woke up and I just felt very um I felt very empowered, and I was thinking, I've always wanted to write, and now is the time when I have time to write. I am writing, and I'm a good writer, and it's really important. Like I've been saying, like have a skill that you can be providing something for your community, and uh, just when you trust what God has for you, and you rest in that. And I don't believe in like some perfect plan or anything like that. I don't buy that anymore. I think that there's a lot of different ways that a person's life can go, and I think as long as you're doing things that are helpful to yourself and to your community, and as long as you're loving God and loving people, you're fine. uh, but it is nice when you feel like you have like a plan. So, and the plans are going to change. That's the hard thing, is like you're like, okay, this is the plan, and then all of a sudden it's like I got this picture in my head the other day of when you like when you're listening to the news, right? And it's like so and so is, getting a new job at such and such place, and then all of a sudden it's like someone comes and whispers, "Oh, never mind. So and so is not going to be getting a job at such and such place. In fact, this is going to be happening." And so you're always kind of like getting these news updates. You're like, "This isn't the way I thought my life was going to go." But then, um, that's okay. The plan will change. And the main thing is not to just get distracted and get discouraged. And the other day I was really discouraged. And both my sisters sent me really just lovely texts, and they were like, you're strong, and you can do this. And I don't even know if they knew that I felt that way, but it was just God kind of reminding me, like, yeah, you can do it. And the main thing is to not give up and not get discouraged. Even if you end up in a prison camp, don't get discouraged and give up. So, and there's been so many stories of people who've gone before me who haven't given up. And that always encouraged me. And I want to be that person. I don't want to be the person that gives up. So the plan right now, um, like, where we'll be staying and everything is up in the air. I'm so used to that now. I'm like, I don't care anymore. I just don't care anymore. But, um, right now I feel very, very led to have my stories be pushed more out there into the universe. So I am working on that. I came up with another one last night. I'm like, these ideas just have to stop coming. But I wrote down all the key ideas. The thing is, writers and creators and whatnot, write down or document your ideas when they come to you, because that's when you've got that moment of inspiratus, right? So you got to catch the idea as it's there, and you need to be able to encapsulate what's sacred about it in that moment. Because a lot of times when you go back, at least for me, when I go back to write my stories, then I sometimes in the editing process, or like writing everything out, you start to lose focus on like what the sacred things are about that story. And I don't mean sacred as in like holy. I'm talking about sacred as in what makes that story that story. Like what stuck out to you the most when you imagine it, when it flicked across the screen of your mind. Like what made that different to you than other stories? What's the most important theme? The most important looks? What are the characters feel like, look like? So I wrote everything down, and so I really liked the name, the main character's name. I really liked it. Her name is Azzie, and like Azzie, and I just thought it was cool. And anyway, so wrote it down, and then I will be working a little bit on Mr. Gerbil today, and what else? Um, Oh, and then I was just going to say, looking for opportunities to work from home. So, and I've thought about that so much before, and I've trained myself really now to be able to work at home. I think that's something that's very important to be able to do. If you are sick, you should have that skill. So, not getting super distracted, being able to focus for hours at a time on a project, not over snacking. And so I've worked on all these things, and now I just feel really ready to work from home. So, we'll see what the next journey brings, but I'm really going to be working to seek out jobs as a freelance writer, and I am super, super excited about that. So, it's just nice to have a plan, and like I said, the plan's going to change, but formulate a plan, don't get discouraged, act on the plan, and then ask God to help you through that. Because I think a lot of times people just like sit back and like, and even people who don't believe in God, they sit back and like wait for stuff to just fall in their lap. And it's like, that's not how that works. You have to make a plan. You have to go after that plan. If you're going to build a house, the house isn't going to magically build itself. You have to do the work. So do the work, stick to the plan. I'm going to get some rest. Have a fabulous, fabulous weekend. I love you all. Take care. If you ever have any questions or anything, just put